Hello, we're Yardax and we're here chatting with Milky.
So we formed when Ryan found himself desolate.
Desolate?
Yeah, it was a low
I
point.
needed to rent a bedroom and
Yeah, Ryan needed somewhere to live.
yeah, and James put me up. We'd known each other from like music scene stuff, kind of been orbiting each other's bullshit for a few years, and yeah, and we became pub mates, and then James put me up. James and Lindsay, his wife, and yeah, we just started writing music in the attic. It was a very organic friendship / creative partnership.
Yeah, and it was a side project when it began. We were both in other bands, and it wasn't. There was no intent to go to Australia at the time, but here we are. And it's called Yard Act because Ryan wrote it in his scrapbook and thought it looked cool on the page, and he was right.
Yeah.
And I think it's the perfect band name. Fly low around here, don't they? Well, I think the album portrayed itself to be an album about sort of current state of affairs in the UK and more generally probably the Western world. But I think at its core, its intent was to reveal itself as being a more sort of philosophical exploration of the meaning of life. And the pointlessness of life and the beauty of the pointlessness of life, and probably came at the sort of, it was probably shaped quite heavily by the pandemic, in terms of what was going on in the media and politically. It was probably quite politically charged because of that, but on the flip side, that pandemic rejuvenated and re-energized my lust for life and my belief in the good things about it. I got a lot of joy out of doing nothing in that pandemic, and that was quite important to me.
I just wrote the bass, I don't know.
There you go. Well, we were trying to sound like Guided by Voices.
Yeah, and we failed dramatically at sounding like Guided by Voices, but yeah, I don't know. I think we started. We were going to just buy an old 4-track and be bedroom cliche sort of rock music just for fun, and then it just like I don't know what was it, like a drum machine thing. I think one of us bought a drum machine, and then it was just like, oh, we'll do that instead now. But yeah, and then it just develops, isn't it? Look at that, that's massive.
It doesn't give an F, that plane, does it? It's going to land where it wants.
Yeah, and then I don't know, it just like everyone kind of came to the party and brought their own unique thing, and it just naturally evolved. With a starting point of wanting to sound like Guided by Voices.
But I think everyone's impression of us as it stands will be irrelevant by the time our second album comes along, and I think at the core of everything we do, it's always about pushing forward and exploring new things. I think we just generally love music and trying out new ideas, and so we shall. Going forth.
I don't know. I always like the hits, don't I? One of the singles, probably. No, I think Dead Horse. I would say. Yeah, I like playing that one live a lot.
Why would that be your first representation of us?
I don't know, it's just got the groove. It's got the good groove. Yeah, and I don't know. I like I don't know. I suppose lyrically it doesn't. I don't know. I'm questioning myself now. I've got self-doubt. No, it's good. It's got the groove. I just like playing it live because it's just an easy bass line for me, but not a boring one, and I can play it when I'm really when I'm drunk, and yeah, just like it. What would you choose?
Probably 100% Endurance.
Yeah.
Just it's probably the one I'm proudest of. Probably the one I think is most honest I don't know if it would. I don't know if it's the kind of song that instantly grabs people though. But I've rarely been about immediacy. I think it's taken me 30 plus years to get to Australia, so I don't think I'm in a rush to do anything. I feel like when there's pressure and immediacy to make something feel important or exciting, it very rarely is. I prefer to stumble into the things I love, and I hope that that's a song that will continue to be found by people as time goes on, and maybe even when I'm gone, you know. Not that I'll care, because I'll be dead. You should answer this for me.
What, like favourite line?
What's your favourite lyric I've written on the record?
I think the one that makes me laugh, because when we have to play it in like shops and stuff, you always forget about is in Dead Horse when you say crackpot country hall full of cunts, and I've seen you sing that with a 5-year-old in front of you, like by mistake, and I like that, and it's a funny line. It's a good line. Yeah,
I think 5-year-olds should have the C-bomb dropped on them more often. It's, you know, it's one of life's great pleasures is a well-placed spicy word, and there's a thrill. Swearing is a thrill. It's a rush. A well-placed swear word there's not many feelings like it. Yeah, well, we've been working on that for a while, and I did think it'd be edited by now, but there's a lot of footage. Our egos kind of get in the way of a good story. There's things we want kept in that we keep being told everyone else will find boring. But so we're kind of at loggerheads with the documentary maker and the editor at the moment, because they keep removing things we want to keep in. It's currently, the director's cut at the moment is about sort of 4.5 hours, and we need to get it down to a tight 60. The label have kind of said 30 to 45 would be ideal, but we've sort of compromised on 60, so there's kind of like 3 hours of footage to lose, and I just think there's good stuff in it, because there was a lot that happened in the recording of that album that I don't want to go unsaid, because I think it's an important part of our journey. How do you feel? But it's hard. I also understand that not everyone has 4.5 hours of their life to give to a documentary about how an album was made by a band they probably haven't heard of. But for me, it's the edit has to be right before it's released, personally. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, same. I'm with you.
Ryan's with me. Yeah, I could do a mini-series. Yeah, HBO 4-parter, like The Jinx. First time we saw a bin chicken was pretty special.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Bondi Beach yesterday was good, hence the sunburn. But yeah, we went quite early when before all the muscly people turned up, so we didn't feel too out of shape. It was nice, wasn't it? I haven't swum in the sea for a very the ocean. Is it the ocean? Is it a sea?
It was the sea was powerful. The waves have. Like, I've not been in the sea like that before. Yeah, it was good. It felt good. I felt like I was getting a sort of sports massage off the sea. Yeah, I got a big kick out of Bondi Beach. I loved it down by the harbour and in the botanical gardens. I think that's a gorgeous part of the city. We had a good night in Melbourne.
Yep.
That was like party town. Brisbane was cool. Good people in Brisbane. Didn't spend a lot of time, didn't get to see a lot. We walked to that farmer's market.
I passed out.
Ryan passed out. I bought him some tacos off a farmer so he could regain his strength, and a smoothie. And then we got you an Uber back to the hotel, didn't we? Yeah. But the farmer's market in Brisbane was good. I don't know, Sydney's a cool city. It feels like there's a lot of areas to explore. We're going to come and hang out in Newtown tomorrow, because we've just been taken there, and it's a cool area. I wasn't aware of it.
We like walking.
Yeah,
We've been getting up at because of jet 5 a.m. and just walking the city. Everywhere we've been, we've done that, and it's apart from when you ultimately pass out, yeah, it's been great. Yeah, dead good.
Yeah, fatigue aside, it's been a good walking holiday for us.
Yeah, the festival set's pretty lean, all the hits, bang, bang, bang. But our headline shows have been absolute chaos. We had someone get up and play bass on a song the other day. Someone came up and did some poetry. I don't know, it was a bit more interactive, especially in like Melbourne. We played in the Round, and it just had that kind of vibe of trying to lose the barrier between the stage, the stage and the floor, and it was a bit more chaosy. I think we do two different types of show. So yeah, festival, all the hits.
Yeah, I think shows have different purposes. I think festivals, it's kind of like a sales pitch to try and sell more records and make more money, and also to just give people a good time. You're often on bigger stages where you're further away from audiences, so the idea of being as connected and intimate with an audience as you otherwise would be is kind of gone, so you have to present yourselves in a different way. With headline shows, I think especially since we've come over to Australia, we've done a couple of headline shows, and we're in the UK, we're kind of in larger venues now where we're more distant from the room and have to act accordingly. But to be back in Melbourne and Sydney, it felt like the old days, and I revelled in it, and got a lot of enjoyment out of being that close to the crowd and being able to interact with people. And I think, like Ryan said, I think it's important for me to try and empower everyone in that audience to be as expressive as they need to be. They're not a passive consumer in the creative transaction that we've invited them in on by charging them money to be there. They're essential to the evening, and they're part of creating a special moment. And we're trying to break down the boundaries between audience and act. That's important. I'm also looking to do as little amount of work myself as possible.
We haven't got any choruses, but like the chorusing when you do the, like Robbie Williams, he stopped singing, doesn't he? Like Millennium and that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, getting the crowd to sing your words for you is a good way to have a small rest. It's the year of the rabbit. Yeah, I'm a horse. Right. I know what you are.
Monkey.
A rat. Oh, you cheeky monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm a powerful. You looked like a horse yesterday when you had your bum out.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Equestrian glutes.
We're going to make an album 2 when we get back home. And then, a lot of festivals. Primavera, Fuji Rock in Japan, Rocks. Yeah, more festivals and more shows. Yeah. Just looking forward to getting the record done now. It's going to be good.
Yeah, album 2. We're in album 2 zone at the moment. We're working hard on that. When we I'll be sad to leave Australia. We all will, but it's exciting to be able to go home and finish the next thing, because we're excited to bring that back to Australia probably sometime next year with a bit of luck. We've got to do album 2, then we're going to play some festivals and just take it easy. Enjoy life. It's short. It's futile. It's brilliant.
Elastica.
Neil Young.
Strokes. Julian Castle. Yeah, Julian in particular, I think. Yeah.
Elton John.
Honestly, it's Kylie. Like, I'm not just saying it because we're here. It's Kylie Minogue, first Kylie record. I was like 12 when that came out, and it was huge. I had posters on my wall. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Dig Lazarus Dig by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, Where's My Car too?
What the hell is he going to say next? Normally.
Yeah. If you're thinking
You stink.
You're stinking. You've lost it. So if I'm thinking I'm having a bad show,
Yeah.
I have thought there was one show we played where I thought about what I was going to have for tea when we'd finished, and I did worry that was the end of my performing career, but it hasn't come back to plague me since. And so if I'm thinking we're done,
that's it. I like if you're thinking you're stinking. That's a good motto.
yeah, happy Mondays.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. I thought it was original.
Miley Cyrus.
I don't know what Hannah Montana is, but yeah, Miley Cyrus. Sing Pass the Dutchie by Musical Youth was my first one.
Vindaloo by Fat Les.
Was it?
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block.
Newfound Glory at Manchester Academy.
I don't know. We were talking about earlier. Maybe Mars Volta at the Cockpit in Leeds was pretty banging.
Gil Scott Heron at Festival.
Spice Girl.
Spice Girl.
Old Spice. Yeah. I am the oldest one, and that's good, and it's a perfume.
And you wear Old Spice.
Yeah.
Old Spice. Don't know, give me one.
Mixed Spice.
Mixed Spice.
Yeah.
I'm a mixed bag, yeah.
South by Southwest. Any of the 10 shows we did at South by Southwest. Yeah, I just we were just drunk for a week, and it was like first time we'd ever been away, and it was amazing.
Yeah, Manchester Ritz on the last tour we did in the UK. It felt like a turning point. It was cool.
Crows, a band called Crows.
New Ruby Ra.
Yeah. Thank, a band called Thank from Leeds.
Baba Ali.
Yeah, I'm out.
Acid Class.
Oh, I don't know. U2 pissed everyone off that time, didn't they? With the iPod thing.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah.
I had respect for that. Don't know. Like
On the industry.
Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin's approach was really funny. Like he doesn't like music, and he had no interest in being a musician, and I genuinely believe that. And that's quite inspiring, considering how well he's done.
Oh, pay extra to go business class, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just go business class on long haul flights.
I still don't know if I do. No. Moment I knew I wanted to be a musician, I reckon. I think it was probably that New Kids on the Block gig, my first ever gig. Just the energy in that room was like wild. Yeah, it was that.
I had a pair of these bucket stilts that you used to get from the Early Learning Centre in the UK. I don't know if you've seen them. They were like two little yellow buckets with drawstrings on them, and you could walk on them. And I remember hanging them up on the back door and playing them like a pair of bongos and singing Hakuna Matata, but from The Lion King. And I think there was footage of that, and I watched it back, and I was like, I was so convinced. I still am. Yeah, that I saw the footage back and heard the tone I was getting out of them stilts, bucket stilts, and I knew it. I knew I was destined to be who I am today.